Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys and continuing to build this right here, which is my version of the Polus Among Us map, but in Minecraft. And I'm going to show you everything I have so far and continue building it. So let's get right into it. Guys, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because it really helped me a lot and I really want to get to a high subscriber count. So please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so as we're coming out of dropship here, as you can see, this is the Polus, or the top half of the Polus Among Us map, and if I can, I'll put up a photo of that right here on the screen of the whole Polus Among Us map. And that is what I'm going to be working on building, a 3D version, but in Minecraft. And one thing I've challenged myself here is I've seen people who've done this before, but all the ones I've seen have used either plugins or mods, to get tasks working and things like that. And mine is in a single player world with no mods, except for World Edit. That's the only thing I get. And I've challenged myself to make it in vanilla Minecraft with only World Edit and only command blocks. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let me show you everything I have so far. Okay, so starting off, we'll start off with things we have in our inventory. Now I have this right here, which is a carrot on a stick. And you might be wondering why do you have a carrot on a stick in your inventory. And that actually is constantly being replacing itself, and that's making it so we can get right-click detection, which I can show you guys later. That is all the items we have in our inventory so far. Sabotage Seismic Stabilizers, and it says right-click to destroy the Seismic Stabilizers, and a carrot on a stick to make it so mechanics can work. And I will show you guys how the carrot on a stick makes it work and how we get right-click detection working. But now, let's move on to the map. Alrighty guys, I have built this nice little map here and I'll show you guys exactly what we have. So this is called the dropship. It looks like this in the actual Among Us game. And I have made some nice little blue seats like there actually is in the Among Us game that is using the warped stairs and warped signs. And I also have two tasks right here which I'll talk about later. The door right here, which is actually there if you look in this image here. As you can see there's a door back there. And mine aren't exactly that way. The way it looks in the images, but this is close enough, I'd say. And I'm going to make some of these things work later, but I'll tell you about that later. Now this is our dropship from the outside. Has a nice little staircase here. Not much to it. Then we have these nice little green boxes here, which you can see are actually in Among Us. And then this right here, which is a Seismic Stabilizer. And if we fly all the way over here, we have the other Seismic Stabilizer. And we have a vent right here, just like in the actual thing. You can fall into that other thing, and we're going to get vents working later. And so far, the only building I've had so far is security and electrical. So we have this nice little hallway here with these nice little lockers. Two tasks here, a window, a vent, some stuff on the ground, and then some security, which we're going to get working later. And then over here, we have electrical with some doors we're going to get to close later as a sabotage. And some nice little electric thingies, generators, and then these things right here, which are actually working things, which I will show you later in our next section, which is going to be the tasks. Alright, now Polus has some interesting tasks. So if we start out with this one right here, this is a task where, I only have one task working right now, but this is a task where there's a little ship and you like fly it around and then try to get it to the final destination. This is a task where you have to put in the correct key, the right place, and those two I've put in just right there, which are not working yet, but they will be. Then Seismic Stabilizers aren't really a task, but they are interactive, and I'll show you about those later. And then this is the actual task I have working so far. It is a little weather node, I think it's called, and it brings up a maze that looks like this in the actual game. And this is what it looks like in ours when you step right here on this pressure plate. It will bring you to this nice little room. You wouldn't be able to fly them just in creative mode. And these kind of look like exactly like how it does in the game. And you have to find your way through a nice little maze. Just like so over here. Where, as you can see, tasks completed right here are 0. When I walk over this, then it will delete the pressure plate. It will turn our tasks completed up to 1. And it will say task complete in the middle of the screen. And so I think that's how I'm going to continue with all the other tasks. It's going to say task completed, add one task, and make it so you can't continue doing that task. And yeah, and then over here, we just have these nice little lockers, and this right here, which I said works, I'll show you that in a second. I haven't gotten these two tasks done yet, but I will. This vents I told you earlier I haven't gotten done, and cameras I haven't gotten done, but I'm planning on getting to actually work. And then these right here, coming back to this, these are the light switches that look like this, and you can flip them up and down. And usually it's just one thing, but I turned it into this for the light sabotage. Okay, if I go ahead and type in this command right here, it will later be a sabotage like this one is. But when I type this, when I type in this command right here, as you can see, it will flip all of the levers down. And if you were a crewmate over here trying to fix them, then you would come up here, and these pressure plates would put them back up again. And so you could do that. Eventually, I might make them randomized. Some are up, some are down. I might put some down here and a second there. But that is all we have so far. Now that I've showed you pretty much all of the tasks, I've showed you which parts of the map I've completed. Now I'm going to show you this right-click detection I've started out doing with the sabotage of the Seismic Stabilizers. Now this is usually a two-person task. One person would stand there and one person standing there, but I'm in a single-player world, so I've just made it so if you drop an item, it will count as a player there. So if we right-click here on Sabotage Seismic Stabilizers, it will say Sabotage Seismic Stabilizers damaged on the screen. These nice little lights on them will start flashing, and we'll get somewhat of this nausea effect, like our air is leaking or something. And the way we fix this is if one person goes here and one person goes there, I'll drop an item on this one, and I'll go stand over there. As you can see, when both of the seismic stabilizers are activated, it will say seismic stabilizers are stable. It will stop our effects, and it will stop the lights from blinking. It will stop the seismic stabilizers damage on the screen as well. That is pretty much everything I have so far. So I think now it's time that we actually work on improving this. And I spent a while today already improving on making the map up here look good. So I think the next thing I want to do is using this map we have, getting some more things working, such as maybe vents or security cameras working. And other things like that. Maybe these two tasks up there, the two tasks in there. Alrighty, so with that in mind, and with us knowing what we are going to want to do, then I think the only logical thing to do would be to just get started. And yes, I'm on an alt account. First thing I think I'm going to do is getting these two tasks up here working. So I'm going to, on my monitor, put up a picture of these two tasks and how they work, and then make them in Minecraft, and you will only be able to see the Minecraft part, but that's alright. And I'm going to put it in a time lapse so you guys don't have to sit through me talking while I do it. Alrighty everybody, I think I have just about got this task working. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick preview of what this looked like. It looked like this. You had to drag your little ship across to all of these images. I'm not going to show that to you, could be copyright. And then what we have to do for this Minecraft version is to come up to this right here, step on this pressure plate, and it will bring us to this room right here, which I was just working on. And I didn't really know what to do for this one. And so I made it so you have to walk like this, and if you touch any of the pressure plates, it teleports you back to the beginning. So any of these pressure plates will teleport you back to the beginning. Just like so, as you can see. It gives it a second delay, but, you know, you're not going to do much with it that little bit. And so, you really have to be careful, and you have to take it. It's very sensitive, so if you just go off by a teensy bit, then it will keep you back. And so, it's kind of a hard task, but I think it's okay. Like so, and then we make it to the end. Then this pressure plate right here I haven't finished. What we need it to do is, the first thing it needs to do is get rid of the pressure plate from up there. Then it needs to update the tasks up here and add one. Then it needs to say task complete here. And then it needs to teleport you back up to where the pressure plate was, and now that the pressure plate's gone, it won't reactivate it. So if we do that, as you can see, it has turned it to 5. It has teleported me back here, it has got rid of the pressure plate, and it says task complete in big letters on our screen, meaning we have done that correctly. And if we go ahead and test out our task here, step on that, go across here, oopsie daisies, I made a mistake there. We're going to come across just like so, don't mess up. and then we're going to go here, and it's going to say task complete, make our task go up, and teleport us back. So that is another task down. Now I need to figure out what this task is, and we are going to make it inside of Minecraft. Alrighty guys, looking at images, this insert keys for dropship here, this is what the task looks like. When you click on it, then you have to click on this key right here, drag it up to there, and then turn it, and it will turn that blue, and you will complete the task. Alrighty guys, as you may have just seen, I spent a very long time and a lot of effort, not really a lot of effort, it was quite easy, it just took a very, very long time, because there are a lot of things I need to do, but now I have this task working, so as you can see, if I step on this pressure plate here, it will bring me to this room, which looks like the keys. These are all the locks, and this is the key. When you press this button, then it will set this to a shulker box with an arrow in it, it's like a key, and make one of these light up. And now when we take one of these, key, put me in lock 4 is what it says, and if we put it in, let's say, lock 3, stick it in there and then press the button, as you can see right here, it will say incorrect spot, and it will give us back to us, and now it will do that for any other one that is incorrect. It says incorrect spot, and it comes back into the dropper, but if we put it in this one right here, then it will say task complete, it will say correct spot down there, it will get rid of the pressure plate here so we can't keep doing it, it will add a task to our total tasks, and it will teleport us back up here, and if we put another pressure plate, as you can see, it has reset the button here, and you might be thinking, hey look, it did the same one. That's because I'm lazy, and I didn't make a randomizer for it, so it will always be put me in lock 4, but it's just for us, and it's just for a video, so I think that is pretty good, and it took a very long time for me to make. And as you can see, you can just keep doing this, and it will keep resetting it and getting it right. And whenever you put it in the wrong one, then it will say, let's put it in this one, and it will say incorrect spot, and it will spit it back to you. So I spent a pretty long time on this, and I think that is a pretty good task. Task complete. Send the bar up 1. It says correct spot. Alrighty, so that has taken care of 2 more of the tasks here. Which is actually pretty good. It sounds like it's very small, like 2 more tasks, but it's pretty good. If one of you guys, I'd challenge one of you guys to make one of these maps or something, or make these tasks maybe just yourself. It's harder than you think.